Hey everybody, things look a little different this week. I'm doing this from my phone. Say hi, G. And I was just about to stir my paint in preparation, and my favorite stir stick is crazy glued to the table, so I ruined my favorite stir stick. Ah. So, this week I decided to go bigger because it's something I tend to do. A few weeks ago, you saw that I poured on some small canvases with some little skulls, and I would show you, but I sold them all. So I decided that I wanted to do something like a tormented souls type thing, and hopefully it will turn out pretty cool. I literally crazy glued some skulls to this canvas, which is how I ended up ruining my favorite stir stick. As usual, when I go into a project that's half planned out, I can't really decide exactly what I'm going to do until I get to it. So I'm probably going to try a few different techniques, and I'll just start, see where it takes us. I'm also going to use up this old paint that I had saved from the pendulum pour that I did. So I think most of this is going to end up on the table. And yeah, I'm just going to create some filler, I think, just to help all the rest of the paint move around. So this isn't the way it's going to stay. This is just going to create a base for me. And since all of this stuff comes from the top of my head, I can't tell you whether or not it's the right or wrong thing to be doing. So literally it's just trial and error. So I want everything to be dark. So there's going to be a lot of black in here. And I hope you guys can hear me because I don't have a mic. I'm putting mostly metallics in here. I'm putting gold, silver, and bronze. Bronze has kind of a greenish hue to it for some reason. A splash of red and white, I think, just for contrast. Kind of peekaboo stuff. I hope this turns out cool. I sit on an idea for days or even weeks, and then I'll go to execute it, see how it turns out, and it turns out nothing like a blend. There's a paint snake in my silver, and now it's squirting everywhere except for in my cup. Whoa. So much paint. So many paint snakes. Another dash of white, I think. Watch me get it all over the table. You guys probably can't even see what I'm doing. Yes, you can. Oh, I hope this turns out cool. I have such high hopes. Maybe a little more red. It seems like for all the black I've put in here, there's hardly any black in the cup. I'm just going to tilt this around a little bit. My base coat is really thick. I hope that doesn't come back to bite me. Actually, it looks really cool the way it is. I hope I don't ruin it because I use all different colors. And I'll show you what it looks like. I'll take the phone down off the tripod after I'm finished, and you don't want to see my face anymore. I'll take it down and give you a little close-up. So I laid some things underneath the skulls so they wouldn't sink down and everything would pool in the middle. Okay, wish me luck. I'm going to try to remember to scoop out the eyes. And the last time I scooped out the eyes and the little ones, they left little ears. So I got to try and remember to fix the ears. Actually, this color scheme looks pretty cool. I wish I had like 8 cameras here and I could show you all the different angles. There's like no red on this one. Oh, there we go. And they look like big blobs now, but when the paint dries, it thins itself out and you can actually see every single little detail of every skull. So no detail is missed. And on that note, a very good suggestion was made to me with Justin, who makes these skulls, to maybe carve out some sugar skulls and then pour over it. And you can see all the little details of it. And I hope I get time to try that because that'd be awesome. Okay, so somehow everything turned pink on these last ones. But that might be cool because, you know, contrast and keeping things different. Did I get everything? The metallic paint looks really cool in this. I wish you could see it up close. Oops. Stick my finger in there. That's how you get it working. Okay, I think I got everything covered for the most part. Oh, these guys look awesome! Thank you so much, Justin. These are wicked. Just going to do a little bit of tilting. Actually, you know what? This is going to go everywhere now. Maybe we can get this moving. Get some stuff on the edges so my colored paint has somewhere to go. And hopefully I won't get it on my feet. So I'm so good at making a mess. And for those of you tuning in for the first time, I don't just throw away all this paint. If I end up with a lot on the table, I'll scrape it up and I'll try to use it as a base coat for another project. And if it's not a whole lot, but it looks cool, I'll wait for it to dry and I'll peel it off. We call it skins. And I plan on eventually someday, after I have enough saved up, I'll make some mosaics. So, wish me luck with this. I might get in there and actually it probably looks cool with some black around the edges. I didn't think. Oh, what should I do? Should I leave some black? I think I'm gonna. What are the decisions I have to make suddenly that cannot be undone once I do them? I'll bring it right up to the edge, and then I'll bring it back down a little bit. Get some of that red coming back through. I don't know if you can hear Tom, my very needy kitty, trying to come down. This is mesmerizing. I definitely need a top-down angled camera. So you can see what I can see. I wonder if that's good. My hands are adequately covered. I want it to be blacker. I need more black. Always more black. I wonder if torching it would make any difference. It'd be cool to get some bubbles. Some cells happening. Get some little paint snakes. The worst thing about this is if you're working with old paint and you think you see everything in there, like this piece of fur, but then when it dries and the paint becomes thinner, you're left with a whole bunch of little blobs and flecks and stuff. So it's always a gamble. They say you should strain your paint. But when I'm working on my own projects like this, I don't have time for stuff like that. If I was working on a commission, I would go the extra step. Some of these paints have silicone, some don't. So I don't know if there's going to be a lot of cell stuff happening. And the beauty about these skulls is that they're made of plaster, and that absorbs the moisture from the paint, and they dry out really fast instead of taking an extra long time. I forgot to scoop out the eyes. Oh no. Well, hopefully it won't change too much. You know what? I'm not gonna scoop them out. Sorry, this guy, because you know, following through with the whole tortured souls aspect, it looks like they're trying to come up out of things. So they're not just colored skulls, they're actually skulls in muck. So I'm going to keep them that way. This looks disgusting, which is actually kind of a good thing when it comes to this. So I'm going to take down the camera and I'm going to show you guys up close. Now it's kind of dark from this angle, but I don't know. It turned out pretty pink, and actually on the screen it looks a lot pinker than it actually is. In real life it looks more more like guts. And on the screen it looks pretty pink, like magenta pink. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. See you next week.